Hey there. I think I've told you before that when our daughters were very young, we were going through a lot. There was a lot of sickness in our family. We just didn't have a lot of money. And we didn't try, we did holiday things that didn't cost a whole lot, that helped to bring our family together, and that helped me personally get through the holidays without losing it. I'm going to share throughout this month some of my favorite activities to do with you. And I'm going to start with the first one in just one moment. Hi there. You are inside of Stress Talk Live with Marcyline. This is the place where we help women over 40 to live healthier lives through strategic stress management and solution focused self care. And I'm Marcyline, I'm your host. Hey, hey, hey. I am talking about one of my favorite things today, and one of the things that our family does over the holiday season. And what we've discovered is that it's a very simple activity, but it's lots of fun. It encourages communication, it encourages togetherness, and it's low stress. And I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But first, as you know, I have reminders. Follow me at ML Bailey Consultants on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube. You get to see the replays on our Facebook page as well as on YouTube as well. Also, if you want to learn more about ML Bailey Consultants and what we offer, go to this tap link. It's called Tap Link, but this is a link that has lots of different things on it. Not lots, but it has different links on it. And you can go there. Especially click on the link to subscribe to our monthly newsletter. Those who are subscribers were given an opportunity to participate in this year's Get Through the Holidays Without Losing It experience. And I'm really excited about that. It's 30 days of 30 messages and 30 videos. That's right, where I'm sharing strategies daily over the course of 30 days to help you get through the holidays. I know how difficult it can be. As a woman over 40, and as a woman who has, along with her husband, raised our children, had family, older members in our family that we were supporting just by being there and helping them out periodically, um, as well as working every day. I know how difficult it can be, particularly when the holidays arrive. There's so much work to do, there's so many responsibilities to take care of, and the roles don't go away. You are still a mother, a wife, a partner, an adult daughter of aging parents, as well as an employee. And those roles don't go away. Now you have to plan holiday season. You have to plan dinner. You have to decorate. You have to make sure that your kids have everything they're supposed to have for the Christmas or holiday party. Phew. And then you have to go shopping and buy gifts. So I know how tough it can be. That's why I do Get Through the Holidays Without Losing It, to share those strategies so that you can enjoy the holidays too. While you're planning for others' enjoyment, you want to enjoy it as well. So let's get started. We're talking about jigsaw puzzles. I know that's kind of like a really odd topic to talk about for getting through the holidays, but let me tell you, jigsaw puzzles are the bomb when it comes to a low cost activity that everybody can participate in. So, let me give you an idea of how this came about. Doing jigsaw puzzles during the holidays was just something that my husband and I just thought would be kind of a cool thing to do. And what we what we decided, because like I said, when our girls were younger, we were really, there were a lot of things going on in our lives. We were just barely trying to keep afloat. And so we focused on our family. We did a lot of activities that all of us, the four of us, could enjoy together. And around the holidays, one of our main things, we didn't focus on gifts, we didn't focus on presents, we didn't focus on buying the stores out, um, with, getting all these toys. We did do some things. However, we focused on things that we could do together. So during the holiday season, we started a few traditions. One tradition was we would get a board game or a video game that we could all play together. That was a tradition that we started, getting a board game or a video game that we could play together. And I'm telling you, I've played so many game rounds of shoots and ladders, and what is that other one? Hi ho Cheerio and sorry, and all of those games. We've played so many rounds of it with our daughters. But of course, as they got older, the games became a little more sophisticated. And but we always had a game over the holidays that we could play together. Um, I was thinking about our older daughter, who loved Uno. So we kept Uno cards. They would get Uno cards. They would get Uno cards, and then we would combine them, and we'd play Uno together. But we did games that we could play together. We also started putting a puzzle out. We started with kind of smaller puzzles, 500-piece puzzles. Then we got 750 puzzles that were like 750 feet, 750 pieces. Now we do 1,000-piece puzzles. But we spread them out on the table, and we would leave them there over the course of, 2 months, from October, the end of October, after New Year, after Halloween, all the way up until New Year's. We'd keep a puzzle on our table. Started on the dining room table, and then we just set up a card table, a couple of big card tables, and put the puzzle on. We spread the pieces out, and that would encourage us to just go back periodically through the course of 2 months and sit down and do the puzzle. So, inevitably, if one of us, my husband, would sit down and start working on the puzzle, I might join him. Our girls would eventually join us, or they would start working on the puzzle. But it was something that was very simple, low cost, and it brought us together. So I wanted to share some of the reasons and how it can help you as a woman who is planning the holiday season. And yes, men, I'm not excluding you. This certainly also applies to you, especially if you're planning what to do over the holidays and you're helping bring your family together. I want to share how doing jigsaw puzzles and setting them out can do that. So let's start with the first item. First, when we do jigsaw puzzles, they help promote a mindfulness practice. Now, as you know, I talk about mindfulness all the time. That's one of my areas and one of the things that I like to teach and one of the things that I practice personally. Practice mindfulness in my everyday life as well as in meditation. How does a jigsaw puzzle promote a mindfulness practice? Well, you're in the right place because I'm going to tell you. First of all, it helps us to focus on the here and now. As you know, and as I've shared repeatedly, mindfulness is being in the present, being awake and aware of the present moment, not jumping to the future and not living in the past. It's experiencing the present, the here and now. When you're doing a jigsaw puzzle, you have to look at each piece. Of course, you have the picture of what the final product is going to look like, but you have each piece. You have to pay attention to the shapes of each piece. Not only that, you also, I'm going to move it closer, you also have to pay attention to the colors in each piece. How do you do that? You have to look at it, of course, right? You look at it, but don't you pick it up and don't you turn it around and don't you observe and try to put it on certain pieces? You do it trial and error, right? You connect two pieces to see if they fit. So when you work on a jigsaw puzzle, it definitely helps you to practice mindfulness. Again, you're looking at the shape, you're looking at the colors, and you're also looking at the size of the puzzle piece. You're also trying to figure out if it fits and how it fits into the other pieces. So, when we're talking about a jigsaw puzzle and promoting mindfulness practice, especially if your mind is jumping around like a monkey in India, you have to focus your attention on these tiny little pieces that have multiple shapes and multiple colors. There's no other way to do a jigsaw puzzle. It's a mindfulness activity. Number two, when and as it relates to promoting mindfulness, it's also very relaxing. If you do jigsaw puzzles, and we love jigsaw puzzles, it takes your mind off of all of that stuff that you're having to deal with on a day-to-day basis, as well as all of the planning things that you're responsible for the holidays. So it's very relaxing. We might put on some quiet music, or we may have the television playing in the background. But most of the time, there's no sound. We don't have any music. We don't have nothing in the background, no sound in the background other than what's going on in the house. And we're sitting just focused on the puzzle. It is very relaxing. Philosophically, when you do a jigsaw puzzle, you have to take each piece. It doesn't come together. Puzzles come in a little plastic bag in the box, and when you take out, you spill the puzzle pieces on the table. You have to look at each piece. You don't get pieces that are attached, or if you do, it's very rare. Doing jigsaw puzzles encourage us, and this is a philosophical idea, to take life one thing at a time. On this journey, we have to look at life piece by piece. We can't take it all in, because a lot of times, if we try to take our life experience in, it can be overwhelming. But when you're doing a puzzle, it's just a reminder that every piece fits. We just have to figure out how. And once we do, it's a victory. But as we are trying to figure it out, it's just a part of the journey. And we just have to take it one step at a time. So, doing jigsaw puzzles promote mindfulness practice. The second thing that doing jigsaw puzzles do, and I alluded to this a few moments ago, it facilitates connection. So when we have our puzzle out, I told you that one of us may start working on the puzzle, or we go back and forth on the puzzle, doing the puzzle throughout the holidays. And if one's sitting there, then eventually someone else comes and starts working on it. And then eventually, especially when our girls were young and they were in the house, they would come and join us, right? It facilitates connection. But we also found that when we have a puzzle out and it's visible, it's available for anyone to work on it. When we have guests, they gravitate to the puzzle. Isn't that something? They gravitate to the puzzle. There's something about a jigsaw puzzle that's magnetic. People want to find those pieces and put them together. They want to look at it. They want to practice mindfulness. But they're drawn to it. So it facilitates connection. Think about family gatherings, and sometimes families they're sectioned off. They go off by themselves. But when you're together with a family, you want to be together. You want to talk. You want to enjoy each other's company and be in each other's presence. A puzzle can help do that. It helps to do that. You can have a conversation while you're working on a puzzle. You can't always have a conversation when you're watching the football game or the basketball game, but you can certainly have a conversation doing a jigsaw puzzle. You can also cooperate and coordinate what you're doing as you're working on the puzzle. Think about what that teaches. Ooh, I almost dropped all these pieces on the floor. 750, I almost dropped it. Think about think about building cooperative activities among your family, cooperative actions among your family. A jigsaw puzzle helps you to do that, because it's very difficult to be competitive when you're working a jigsaw puzzle. In order to get it done, the best way to get it done is to cooperate and to coordinate what you're doing. So, having a puzzle out draws people to that location where the puzzle is. You can be in close proximity with each other. You can talk, you can laugh, you can have a conversation over a jigsaw puzzle. But you also can see how it encourages cooperation as well as coordination among family members, friends, or even your guests. The other thing about having a jigsaw puzzle and doing a jigsaw puzzle, over the holidays is that you're working on a common goal. That's very key, especially over the holidays. Families are in a very interesting space, especially since COVID and since things are shifting here in the United States. Families are at odds with each other. Wouldn't it be nice to have a low key activity that's non competitive, where you all can be in close proximity, where you can have conversations and you can cooperate and coordinate your actions? Wouldn't that be nice? And you can work on a common goal, completing the puzzle. Just think about it. Do you see why this is one of our favorite activities in our family? And we, to be honest, we keep a puzzle on the table. We do. We always have a puzzle on one of our tables because of what we've learned over the holidays by just having one out and how much fun it can be. So let's talk about the third benefit. Now, I am talking about how jigsaw puzzles can help women over 40 stay mindful and relaxed during the holidays. I talked about how it promotes mindfulness practice. And as you know, mindfulness practice, the byproduct of mindfulness practice, one of them is relaxation. We're calmer. Our mind is not jumping around like a monkey in India. Our mind is calm and it's settled, which when our mind is calm and settled, we are too. It also, having a puzzle, doing a jigsaw puzzle, also helps facilitate connection among family members, among guests, among visitors to your home. I know that we want to see our families get along, and a jigsaw puzzle can help facilitate that. The third the third way that jigsaw puzzles help women over 40 to stay mindful and relaxed during the holidays is by strengthening the brain. Studies have shown that jigsaw puzzles help strengthen the brain. It's good for us. It helps our analytical skills. It helps us in problem solving. When you're trying to find a piece, like where this piece goes, you have to figure it out. You're using parts of your brain that um, are designed to help us figure out puzzles, to help us figure things out. We're being analytical. And that's good because we have to think. And anytime we have to think and not work by habit or do things out of habit, it helps our brain. We're healthier. It helps our brain be healthier and it strengthens our brain. So we're using analytical skills. It also helps us by improving our memory. We can remember. Now, when you have lots of things on your mind, it's hard to remember, right? But when we're working on a puzzle, jigsaw puzzle, it helps us to remember. It helps us to recall things. It helps us to bring things back that we need to do. You know, that to-do list that you have over the holidays, doing a puzzle will help you to remember those things that are on your to-do list. Last but not least, it helps us to pay attention to details. See, this little puzzle has wording on it. That piece goes into a certain place and only in that place. I can look at the picture of the completed puzzle and I can figure out where that piece goes. So it helps us pay attention to details. Those are some of the ways that doing puzzles, jigsaw puzzles in particular, strengthens our brain. So we've been talking about how jigsaw puzzles can help women over 40 stay mindful and relaxed during the holidays. I'm sharing with you my favorite things to do over the holidays. Why? Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Why? Because these are things that have helped me to get through the holidays without losing it. A jigsaw puzzle is a low cost, super activity for families and for women over 40. Why? Because it promotes mindfulness practice. It facilitates connection among family members as well as guests and friends. And it also helps us to strengthen our brain. We can recall, we can remember, and we can use that analytical part of our brain that helps us to solve problems as well as puzzles. Well, that's all for now. Join me. Oh, hey, I won't be here next week. I'm traveling. I'll tell you about that in a couple of weeks. But that's all for now. Make sure you come back because I'm going to share more of my favorite things in a couple of weeks and favorite things to do to help you to get through the holidays without losing it. I'm Marcyline Bailey. Take care.